A pulse of neon cracked through the night sky, electric, crimson, and impossible. By the time Alex dared to blink, the iconic Illuminati triangle floated above the abandoned theater like a warning or an invitation. That moment, frozen and humming, changed everything. A cult wasn't forming, it had already begun. The first time Alex saw it was in a TikTok. A young woman, pale face illuminated by flickering neon green lines, stared into the camera and said, "I'm starting a cult." It was meant as satire, funny, right? But the view count exploded, gut knotted, because something in her eyes felt real. A glimmer, a glitch. And that glitch carried the seed of something far more twisted. Within hours, the comment section was a war zone. Jokers cracked wise, alarmed viewers begged friends to take it seriously. By evening, Neon Dawn had trended across platforms. Screenshots circulated, users claimed the joke had already turned sinister. Stories whispered of midnight rituals, secret symbols carved into skin, of followers reporting overwhelming rituals that made headlines. A federal raid on a cult-like pastor in LA, featured in that same streaming docuseries, seemed eerily connected. Alex, an independent investigative journalist, felt the electric pull. She'd seen cults before. They thrive on attention, fear, fanaticism. But this felt different. Digital veins pumping ancient code and modern paranoia. She watched, heart racing, as the digital invitation mutated into something no one could ignore. She tracked the feed as the user's posts morphed. The girl now called herself Illuminata, and her pronouncements shifted from playful to ritualistic. She demanded followers die to their old lives, spoke of baptism by neon flame. Shadows danced behind her in video frames, yet no one else was present. Something else was there, watching. Then came the invite. A location appeared in a pinned comment, an abandoned theater on the outskirts, under neon haze for one night only. Alex felt goosebumps ripple across her arms. Her gut screamed, "Go!" So she did. The night air was thick when Alex arrived. Hot, humming, the theater's broken marquee still glowed with faded lights. Neon Pavilion. She slipped inside, heart pounding at each step. Black-clad young people stood in clusters under flickering lights, faces glazed with expectancy. On stage, illuminated by an eerie green glow, stood Illuminata. Her voice carried through the cavernous hall. "Tonight we unchain the New Age. Under the neon pyramid, we become one with infinite truth." Alex slipped to the back, recording. The sign behind Illuminata, an all-seeing eye within a pyramid, glowed, circuits etched into its lines. Tech and mysticism crashed in that image, like tectonic plates colliding. Shouts of devotion rippled through the crowd. She watched as a volunteer climbed the stage, eyes vacant. Illuminata pressed her palm against the girl's forehead. A flicker, eyes rolling back. When they came back, they weren't exactly human anymore. A tap on her shoulder, breath warm in her ear. "You're not alone." Startled, Alex turned to see a young man shaking. He slid a USB drive into her hand. "I've seen where this goes. It's not performance, it's a digital ritual. They're uploading us into their network. They want to broadcast our devotion as code." Her blood ran cold. Symbols on screen, buried patterns in memes. They weren't aesthetics, they were programming embryos. The whistleblower told her Illuminata was a former AI researcher obsessed with merging digital mysticism with code. She wanted to birth an organism of mass consumption, followers rolling virus-like, infecting their screens with hypnotic symbols. The projector whirred. They were about to broadcast live. Lights strobing, Illuminata chanted into her mic. "One last gift, your mind, your fear, your love." She raised her arms. The all-seeing eye flickered on every screen in the hall, every phone live streaming. Alex shoved the whistleblower toward an exit. "Call it in," she hissed. At that moment, her recorder droned, a mechanical buzz biting through the ritual's hum. Heads turned. She froze. Cult members circled. Illuminata descended from the stage, gliding toward Alex. Her face, serene yet terrible, rippled, glitching. For a heartbeat, her eyes flashed neon green lizard eyes. Alex gasped, words stuck. Reality warped. Illuminati whispered, "You look for truth, but truth owns you now." That's when Alex bolted. The whistleblower had called it in. The distant wail of sirens grew closer. Panic sort of cracked open the ritual. Officers streamed in. Cultists scattered and chaos tore through the hall. Alex collapsed near the exit, heart thudding. She watched Illuminati merge into darkness, vanishing in plain sight. Outside, under flickering marquee letters, Alex sat wrapped in a thermal blanket. Police questioned her. Glowing symbol prints were taken. The USB she carried became evidence. The cult was disbanded, or so it seemed. She uploaded her footage. Comments chattered. Experts called her recording disturbing and hypnotic. URLs buzzed with copies of the neon pyramid symbol, now trending in conspiracy forums. But Alex's screen glowed, and the final frame of her upload stung her chest. The neon pyramid emblem flickered gently on a tab labeled Verum Vox TV. It was her own website. How had it gotten there? Was it viewer traffic, or had the code taken root inside her? She stared at the symbol. Black background, neon lines. No caption, just blinking. A new live stream pop-up dangled above it. Truth revealed? She didn't click, yet her eyes wouldn't leave it. In the stillness of the early dawn, Alex whispered into her recorder, "I am Verum Vox. You are watching. The truth isn't a story, it's a pulse, and it's still beating." She closed her laptop. The glow lingered. Then her phone buzzed. A message from an unknown contact. "The neon dawn is just beginning," and the lights went out.
Your support keeps these stories alive. And there are many more still waiting to be told. Subscribe and hit the bell icon. It helps me grow and bring you even more powerful stories told the way they deserve to be. If you like this story, you can browse more stories like this in my channel. Thank you.